In a world when we are tempted each and every day to keep on buying stuff, I wanted to create today's video to share 23 things that I stopped buying in 2023 that just earned me more money. Now, these things that I cut out were things that slowly became my habit. And I didn't realize how much money I was spending on these things until I cut them out and realized how much I am saving each and every month. So I'm just going to dive right into this video, but before I do so, if you're new here, my name is Jessie and I make videos on fashion, lifestyle, and luxury. So if those are the types of videos that you enjoy, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So the first thing that I want to share with you guys that I stopped buying in 2023 is fast fashion. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, this isn't the first year that I stopped buying fast fashion. I already did that in my 20s, but I really wanted to talk about it. And I didn't realize how much money I was spending to designer items or just trending products because I didn't want to feel like I was being left out of something. So a huge chunk of my salary in my 20s went to designer items or went to things that were trending because I felt like if I didn't buy those things, I wasn't part of this kind of like family or this group or this elite thing. But realizing that I don't need to match myself to the trending products to just feel good and be happy really changed my life and eventually helped me to earn more money, and it will help you as well. And also I realized that most of the time trending products do have like less quality and are more expensive because they are highly in demand at a certain time. So the more demand there is on a certain product, the more the price will spike. So learning this just like in business economy and being my tax lawyer myself, I just learned that it's better not to invest in things that are really trending, but sometimes just look at things that are really sustainable and durable and that will go a long way. And especially when it comes to fashion, things that will always stay in style. So the second thing that I no longer buy in 2023 is home decor. So I realized for me, it really works when I have a simple decored house with not of many pieces or things that I have to clean up or look after. And I've noticed that whenever I brought in home decor, eventually it would frustrate me and then I would reorganize everything and then throw away a lot of stuff. So I've noticed that I was in this pattern of buying something and then getting frustrated over it and eventually getting rid of it and getting back to a more simple decor. So now I stopped buying home decors and just have a simple decored house and no longer each year have to switch up my decor or bring in new things to keep my house beautiful, simple, and keep me happy. The third thing that I really stopped buying in 2023 are jewelry pieces. And it's not that I will never ever buy another jewelry pieces, but I just became more conscious in 2023 about the jewelry pieces that I was buying. And the reason that I'm saying this is because in my last video, I talked about my everyday jewelry collection. And while making that video, I realized on how many beautiful pieces I already have. And I also have enough pieces to relate whenever I want something new or I want to wear something different. So for me, I came to that point where I'm at this moment that I'm very content with the collection that I have. And in my 20s, where I was just buying jewelry because I found them like to be super pretty and I wanted to have everything, I'm now being more conscious in I do have a lot of jewelry pieces and I really want to use them as much as I can before I add new things to my collection. So this is really personal, but it really is helping me keep a healthy bank account. On the fashion topic, the fourth thing that I'm not spending my money on in 2023 are overly expensive clothing. And the reason for this is because, one, I usually would get really stressed when I was wearing something that was really expensive. And secondly, when you oftentimes buy expensive clothing, they also have this special washing treatment that I have to undergo. So a lot of times you have additional costs like dry cleaning. Now, what I'm doing is finding the sweet spot in fashion. So you have smaller brands and most of the time they're like unknown brands to so many. However, they offer the same kind of quality of clothing that oftentimes don't have like the extra washing instructions that you need to follow. But you definitely get that durability into your closet. So shifting my focus from those high-end brands that profit a lot from the brand name and history. I'm now slowly moving into more smaller brands that offer the same quality and a more affordable price, which eventually is bringing the same into my closet. I'm getting so much wear out of them, and one of the things, I'm not ridiculously stressing out when something happened to my clothing, and eventually, as I said, it's saving me so much money. So the fifth thing that I really cut out in 2023, guys, and I believe a lot of us are guilty of having these things, are subscriptions. Oh my God, these are kind of like these silent money eaters. Really, I didn't realize how many I had like going, because sometimes I was kind of like just tempted when there was like a good offer. I was like, well, hell yeah, I want to try this, or I want to see what it is. But it would end up getting me hooked to a subscription that I didn't want to, which I later on forgot to cancel. And then after a year, I would be hooked up to a much more heavy pricing. So I really went through the subscriptions and kept the ones that I really wanted to, and all the other subscriptions are literally gone. And whenever something comes up new, I'm really being conscious if I definitely need it, or it's just type of like a hype or a trend thing that I really don't need in my life. So subscription is one thing that I definitely cut out. One thing that I mentioned with this is not only the subscriptions like magazine or Netflix or an in-app thing, but also be very mindful about memberships, like, you know, going to the gym or not. If you're anything like me, I've tried like so many gym memberships and just ended up not going to the gym. So for me in 2023, I just said to myself, okay, so if you're able to stick to your routine for like a half year doing like at home workouts, then maybe it is something for you to go to the gym. But as long as I cannot bring myself to have the discipline to even like do it at home, I would not go and get a membership. So that's kind of like these things that you can you know, talk to yourself about it and make certain small goals for yourself before you really hook yourself up to a subscription. So yeah, no subscriptions for me yet, and no more of like getting lured into those freebies or 1 year half of the price or 70% or something like that. Talking about the subscriptions and things that you can do outside, one of the things that I stopped doing outside is actually not to do those spa treatment and things like that outside, and start doing them more at home. So I start treating myself more and feeling more relaxed at home instead of spending hundreds of dollars on the same treatment in a spa center. So this might not be something for everyone, because I do get that some of you guys just want that relaxing time and want other people to take care of you, and that's okay. So it's not about shaming anyone and just like getting a treatment, just feeling good and going to the spa. But for me, I've noticed that not going on a regular basis to that spa and getting that treatment just really helped me to save a lot of money. So instead of going regularly, I would do it right now just not that frequently. I would maybe go once every 3 months or something like that, instead of just going weekly or monthly or something like that. So to really make it a treat, and the rest of the time I would just do it at home and take care of my things at home, and in a way that also had its perks. So I'm really loving this, and it's really saving me a lot of money. So the seventh thing that I really ditched in 2023, and there's really no justifying why I was doing this, but I was eating and dining out a lot, and I stopped doing that in 2023 and really trying to have a more balanced dining and eating in and out. So as I said, I cannot justify why I was doing this, but I noticed at a certain point that I was eating out a lot more than I was just like preparing my meals. Now, one of the biggest thing is that whenever you're eating out, you're also paying for the person that's helping you, you're paying for that business. So you're definitely paying more for a meal that you could be making at home for less money. So once I realized that, I really cut back on my eating and dining out, and it really earned me a lot of money in 2023. One thing that was the side effect of me eating out was also that we were buying a lot of groceries that we ended up throwing away. So in 2023, I made it my priority to not to buy too much grocery at once, so the bulk buying. And this is something that I'm really not proud of, but I'm hoping that by sharing it, it will help others become like more aware. But a waste of food or food waste is like it's like a thing. So realizing on how much money I was spending on grocery that ended up just in the bin was really a bad thing. And this was like, as I said, like because we were dining out or because we decided that we wanted something else for dinner. So in 2023, I made it my priority, as I said, to not to buy too much groceries, but it also is working more for me to do my groceries on a daily basis instead on a weekly basis. So some of you guys might be more of the meal prep, and my sister is one of those people. She knows like for the entire week what she's going to eat, and she will stick to that meal plan. I'm, on the other hand, is someone that I think that I know what I want to eat, but when the day comes, I might be like in the mood for something completely different. And my kids are also like that. And having a big family, because we do have 3 kids, bring this dynamic that if we change our meal, sometimes that meal will not be used and eventually will end up in the bin. So now doing groceries on a daily basis for our meal has been a huge game changer. So yeah, just emphasizing that this might not work for everyone, but for us, it really helped to not to waste food or spend that much money on grocery and then not ending to eat that. So this is something I'm not really proud of or even proud of at all, but I really wanted to share it with you guys and just be vulnerable here to show that we're definitely not perfect, but really noticing where our money is going and following that trail makes us become more conscious about the choices that we can make and eventually change these bad habits. Now, staying on that slightly same topic, one thing that I stopped doing in 2023 is spending my money on packaging. And what I'm talking about is like, I don't know, like in every country this might be different, but nowadays we have to pay for our own bags and packaging when it comes to buying things in or out of store. Even I believe McDonald's does that. I don't know if it's like in every country, but here in Europe, you even have to pay like extra if you're buying something that says like, you know, you have to pay for those packaging. So in 2023, I'm making sure that whenever I'm dining out or I'm going to do my groceries, I'm definitely bringing those bags or an extra cup with me to save my money for those extra packages. Now, what you're doing at the same time is also supporting the environment and thinking about Earth, but also about your own wallet. So definitely something that is really good in 2023 is making sure that you have that extra cup in your bag or in your car, or that extra bag that you need for your grocery. Simple, easy, it will save you money. Now, on to the number 10 thing that I stopped buying in 2023 are books. Guys, I really don't buy books anymore. I do have like some of the hard copies, but in general, I stopped investing in just buying books somewhere. Now, sometimes there might be like a book that I will read online or I will hear about it somewhere and I will say, oh my God, I love that book so much. I want to have that book. And I will still buy it, but otherwise I just make sure that I read my things online. If there are, paperbacks or things, I will grab those books instead of really bring in those hard copy books. The uppeak of not having a lot of books also mean that I don't have to have the storage to store all of those books. So definitely like it was like a huge money saver, but also storage saver at the same time. I'm not investing in books anymore. I'm just like reading them online or just grabbing them at a library or something like that. And that's okay. And that is a huge money saver as well. Now this one that I'm going to share with you guys is also one that I became very, very conscious about in 2023. And that is not spending so much money on skincare products. Oh my God, this has been such a huge money earner. Now, I don't know about you guys, but just like trending products, there are always products that are coming out and brands that are claiming that this new product is the best product for your skin and will do this, this, and that for you. And while I believe that taking care of your skin is absolutely something that should be on your list and skincare is important, I now believe more in buying products that are definitely have maybe that multi-factor within them, so I can use them like a concealer with a SPF or something like that, then only buying on one single product that just does one thing for my skin. I also believe that I don't need to always buy new products to have a skincare routine that really works for me, but it's really about knowing your skin and then investing in the right products that will work for you. So this is as well in just realizing that you might as well get like one good skincare consult, and that might be expensive, but then you know exactly what type of skin you have and what type of products you need for your skin, instead of trying out so many products and having them like, you know, in your bathroom drawer after a couple of uses and having to buy new products over and over again. So this has been, as I said, a huge game changer for me, and I hope it will be one for you too. About products, the number 12 thing that I stopped buying in 2023 are definitely upgrades, new technology upgrades of each and everything. Now, I used to think that I needed to have new products to live smarter and to live more economically better and to be sustainable and durable. And I'm now realizing that I don't need each and every upgrade in my life to maybe create better content or to live smarter, or I know, like all the things that you can say by having new appliances and things each and every day or each time something comes with an upgrade in your life. It's about really becoming more sustainable and durable without really having to invest in something, and realizing that when you buy something, it does also goes a long way, and realize that even though some new technology comes out, doesn't mean it has to be like that much better than the one that you have. And so sticking to something that works well is really realizing that I'm saving a lot of money by not upgrading each and every little single technology that I have in my house. I will definitely say that I will upgrade the things that I get most pleasure out, and that I use a lot. So it's not that I'm not upgrading anything anymore in my life, but I'm definitely being very conscious about where I'm putting my money and on the things that I want to upgrade in my life. So yeah, definitely one that's really important. So when we're talking about appliances, I really want to emphasize that in 2023, I stopped buying kitchen appliances in general, because I've noticed that we have so many kitchen appliances that we definitely end up not using, that we bought because we thought it was going to make our life easier. But then again, we started to store them because they took so many counter space or just too many space in general, or we end up putting them in the barn or something because we don't use them. So I stopped buying kitchen appliances, and just like in general, like kitchen items, they go a really long way, and you don't really need all of the appliances or kitchenware, like any of those things. So I really stopped spending my money on those type of items, and I've earned a lot in 2023. So I'm guilty of this one, and that might be just because I'm a little bit OCD, but I used to buy a lot of cleaning products that I no longer buy in 2023. And one of the biggest reasons for not buying these products anymore, especially cleaning products, is because they're just unhealthy. They're just not good for your health. We have small kids, so I'm being very conscious to what I'm bringing into the house, but also the storage of these products and the things that I was buying. I was spending a lot of money on cleaning products. Instead, I realized that I could literally buy one kind of like machine or one product that would have like a multi-purpose use, or make my own, which will save me a lot of money. So combining these things, now I do not spend a lot of my money on cleaning products. That is something that I'm very kind of like proud of. But throughout this whole video, you will notice it's all about becoming more cautious about the things that you're buying, where your money is going, and following the trail of money. So you know what goes in and you know what comes out. You're either guilty of it and I'm not completely aware of it, and it is slowly eating up your money. It's definitely redecorating. So as I said, I'm not doing it. I haven't done it for years now because I'm very, very happy with the space that we have, the space that we live in. It's completely in a way that I wanted to, and I don't feel the need to redecorate anything anymore. It doesn't mean that in the end I wouldn't upgrade something or buy something new or change something. However, like the space, the way it is, we're very, very happy with it. And that got me thinking that, again, it is something that when you want something done, do it if you can, and of course within a budget and so forth, to really get an advice that might be maybe from someone that you will get help from, like a specialist or something, like a designer, to help you get your space right. Because oftentimes if you do like the DIY products, or you try to redecorate and it's still something that you don't want, and that is what happens. You keep on redecorating because you feel the need to change something because it's not up to your standards. And that really, really, really takes a lot of money. So sometimes it's better to really get it good from the front instead of trying to change it on the way and on the way and on the way. And as I said, I didn't realize it until I had the space that I wanted and really thought about the space before I moved into it, and like the planning was good this time. And that really changed my feeling of just being content where I am. So I think that's really important when it comes to redecorating, because that is something that a lot of money can eventually go into. Those are like the silent money eaters, as I call them. And this is going to be a really short one because it is what it is going to be it. And I'm not spending my money on any alcoholic drinks in 2023. I stopped drinking a long time ago. I'm still not drinking, and it has saved me a lot of money. A lot of times alcoholic drinks are so much more expensive than the regular drink. And I made that conscious decision to not to drink, and it is super easy for me because I just don't like alcohol. So that might be something, but it has saved me a lot of money, and that is actually all I can say about that. Not hating anyone, not saying anything about people who drink. I don't mind drinking. It's just that I don't like it, and it has saved me a lot of money. So number 17 that I'm not spending my money on in 2023 are expensive furniture. Because we're already talking on housing and things that we're buying in a house, I think this is like one perfect thing that I realized years ago, that it's not worthy to spend my money on, because eventually things will get lived on. We have a family of kids and they get stained, and I will get stressed and stuff like that. And especially when you have younger kids, you will know that no matter the brand and no matter the quality, in the end, it just gets very worn. So we definitely make that conscious decision to invest in high-end furnitures at this moment. I don't know like if I would even do that like in the future, but however, I don't think like it's worth the money. So I rather have a more affordable brand that has the same quality as with fashion, clothing and stuff like that give me that same quality, that give me that same durability, but not the price tag that comes with a high-end furniture. Now, sticking with that furniture, I do think that one thing that also helped me so much with earning money is not to buy so many furnitures in generally. We just have like the basic things that we could have like in our house, and we make sure that each and everything that we bring into the house is definitely something that we will be using, and just not only always just for decor or things like that. So whenever we're buying something, we're really thinking about the furnitures or the appliances or whatever we're bringing into the house. So number 18, not buying that much furniture. It's not needed. And for someone like me that likes cleaning, I'm very happy that we don't have so many furnitures that I need to move around and do things, because it really makes me crazy when I have to clean up the house. So yes, definitely one money saver. Now, on to number 19 that helped me earn so much money is not buying all new stuff in 2023. Even prior to 2023, I'm not buying all the things that I own new One, I believe that is the way to go. It's very durable, sustainable, and we really have to think more about the planet. And two, it's literally saving me so much money just buying things secondhand, because a lot of times you can get things at half the price or even like 20% cheaper instead of buying it in the store. Because again, when you're buying something from the store, you're also paying for the people that work there, you're paying for so much. As to where when you buy something that's secondhand, it might has been used or it might not have been used, but you can use it again. And so many things are so durable. I cannot emphasize this enough. It's very good for the planet, but also for your budget to not to buy all new things. And it really depends on the things that I buy in secondhand. I do not buy everything secondhand. I also do not believe in buying everything secondhand. But there are a lot of things that I will say that you can buy secondhand because they will get cleaned. You can get them all cleaned up and you can just use them perfectly fine, and that's okay. So that is one of the opinions that helped me save a lot of money buying things secondhand. So one of the things, number 20, also helped me to not to spend a lot of money is quitting the impulse buying. Guys, this is a life changer, a game changer. It's definitely something I would recommend everyone to do. So whether you put in 24 hours, 48 hours, a week, a month, whatever it takes to let whatever buy you want to do to sink in and have enough time to think clear again, whether you want something or not, whatever the time frame is for you, use it. And it's just been proven in so many surveys that impulse buying is something that you will regret and that so many people do, and it will definitely make you lose so much money. And I would say like all impulse buys are bad, but I definitely have a list. I have a list of the things that I want to purchase, and to be completely honest, there are a lot of things that were on that list and later on they got off the list. And sometimes I will put them on the list back again, and sometimes they will get back off the list. It's kind of like a thing. And for some of the things that have been on and off on the list, I will definitely wait sometimes maybe even a year before I purchase it. And sometimes I know this has been for years now on the list and I'm ready to buy it. So there are things that you will need more time frame to think about. And there are things that you're certain of that you can buy and it's a good investment and you'll be happy with it. But having a list will definitely make you think more about your purchase and make your purchase more cautious, which is really great. So definitely have that list. I have my list on my phone. One of the cutest things that I make for it, I have like this WhatsApp with myself, or I would say like iMessage with myself. And I will put the links of the things that I want or that I desire on that list with a picture, so I can definitely see it and it will come back again. And every time I look through it or I want to put something new on the list, I see it and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want it, or now I changed my mind about it. And that is okay. So having a list that works for you, that goes again that impulse purchase, is definitely something that will help you save a lot of money. So on to number 21st, that I'm not spending my money on in 2023 is a first class of anything. Okay. And this is just a matter of how I believe, or maybe the way that I brought up or things. Even if we have the budget to fly business class, luxurious or anything, I just don't do it. I just don't. It saves us so many. Imagine just like a family of 5, just traveling in business class. It's a huge chunk of money. And the plane is going from A to B, and a lot of times it's just like a couple of hours. And we've traveled long distance still. It's just not worthy for me. And when I think about like the reward that I get from it, the benefits, it's not that worthy for me. For other people, it might be. Just for us, it's not our thing, and it just saves a lot of money. I don't buy anything first class for that same reason. I do not hate sitting in economy class. I don't feel weird sitting in an economy class. I don't need the extra comfort to give me from A to B. So that might be the reason. Again, it's not for shaming anyone. If you want to do your thing, I definitely enjoy it. I don't have anything with people flying first class at all. But if we're talking about saving money, this is one of the things that I'm definitely not spending my money on because it just saves a lot. I earn a lot by not doing it. So it's definitely one thing that I'm sticking to. So number 22. Now on to number 2022. And we're almost at the end, you guys. And I think this one, you guys will agree with me. But I'm on to not spending that much money on gas and electricity bill in 2023. And this might be easy to say, but we definitely had to do something for it. And one of the things that we did, and we did prior to this, but especially here in Europe, the prices are ridiculously high because of so many things, so many factors right now. So really becoming more conscious about the things that we're doing, that we are using, and changing up our routines and creating something that is more efficient for us and that will kind of like downgrade our electricity bill is something that we really did in 2023. And we'll continue doing in 2024. And maybe I'll make a video on things I do spend my money on because I think that is also very enlightening. But I really believe cutting down certain things so the money that we are spending on electricity bills or gas bills is something that is really important. So that is it, and I think that is really, really important and all I can say about this topic. Okay guys, on to the last thing that I'm going to share with you guys that I don't spend my money on, and it's gonna look really personal, but I am sharing it with you guys because it has saved me tons of money, and that is not going to the groomer for my dog or to the hairdresser for myself or my daughter. I don't go to the hairdresser. I always do our own hair. It has saved me so much money, and that is something that I will keep doing. The only thing that I have to be completely honest about is I don't do that for my boys. Otherwise, that will be like, I would be like a really savage mom. I mean, they would look so bad. I've tried it, so I know how it looks. I don't do it for the guys. But for myself, it just have saved me so much money. And I've noticed also that a lot of hairdressers, they charge a lot more for women just because we have longer hair, of course. So definitely I can say I'm so happy that I'm saving so much money by just doing things on myself. So with that, you guys, I'm going to leave you today, and I hope that this video was kind of like fun and informative for you guys, and that you guys may have like some ideas on how you can save and earn some money by not spending on things in 2023. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave those down below. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you happen to like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and I hope to see you in my next one.